Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I was wanting to give you guys my little review of Godzilla Minus One. Fantastic movie. I had the opportunity to see it today, and all the positive reviews for it, man. I mean, they're all true. Everything good that you've heard about it, 100% true, 100% accurate. These are some really strong human characters that you actually really care about, and the dynamics that are in the film you actually care about. The story of the kamikaze pilot that doesn't want to be a kamikaze pilot, and the nuclear blast, how it affects Godzilla, how it affected everybody, and the plan that they set up for it. This is the first time I sat in a Godzilla movie, and I just thought, wow, I'm rooting for the humans. I was really like, I love Godzilla movies. I've always loved Godzilla movies. I'm usually, typically, 8 out of 10 times, I'm in the camp of, human characters I don't really care about. Just give me giant monsters fighting each other. Like that's what I'm here for. And typically I'm never disappointed. And I love basically most of the Godzilla movies. There's a few of them here and there that I don't care for and I don't rewatch and I don't revisit. This is going to be a movie that I revisit over and over again, and I'm super stoked that I had the opportunity to watch it. Um, there was a guy that I was sitting with in the same row as me, and he got a little misty eyed with a couple of the scenes talking about our main character having his emotional moment with the female protagonist. And when Godzilla shows up to Jinza, I think is what it is, and he starts wrecking house there, which is what you basically see in the trailer, and how all of that plays into each other, and it's this wonderful moment where after Godzilla's done wrecking shop, our protagonist looks up at Godzilla right before the black rain falls down on him, and Godzilla lets out his very triumphant roar, and our hero in turn lets out the most primal aggressive scream that he can right back at Godzilla. And because of what happens in it, it makes total sense. It's kind of like you really get it. Like, I don't know how to put it. Like, this movie sends you on an emotional journey, um, really takes you to a whole new level. And what's interesting is this is one of those movies where you can go in, turn off your brain, and be entertained for 2.5 hours. Like, you're not sitting there kind of looking at your time. You're not bored. You're not falling asleep in your chair. You're having a good time throughout the entire thing. And this is I even had to read the subtitles, and the subtitles were a little hard to read, but you had to read the subtitles, and there I was, still just as invested in this movie as I would be in the other movie. And I think there's something to be said with the fact that a Japanese movie with subtitles is one of the best movies I've seen in a long time. And I love movies, like, it's not an older movie that I'm like, oh yeah, this one's great because of ABC, or I'm having to find and defend the flaws, or like there's flaws and I'm like, but it's still good. It's just an all around good movie, solid character development. Godzilla's design is a little bit of the Heisei era, with some elements of no, it's basically just Heisei era that's made more updated and new and very skeletal and very nightmarish in a lot of ways. And my gosh, dude, the soundtrack, the moment Godzilla's music hits when he makes landfall for the first time and he's coming in and he's demolishing everything, and the score is beautiful, it's haunting, it's inspired, it's God, it's so cool. And this is so a lot of Godzilla movies, if you know Godzilla movies, they do this thing where like they always try to have like a really positive message in there. Typically it's done through dialogue. It's typically done through, a speech of some kind. This one's done through action. It's the tone of the movie. Living, having a life to live. That's the tone of the movie. And it's punctuated and it's pushed throughout the entire film in a little bit of dialogue, but there's no exposition dialogue saying you gotta live, you gotta fight, you gotta do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It's the character on his journey, uh, going through his journey, learning the fact that he doesn't want to die, and he's kind of goofy for thinking he should have ever wanted to die, and that he's now being able to forgive himself and move forward and learn to live. And he's in his whole makeshift family that he gets, that he creates, that you see them grow and you see them build. It's it's honestly awesome. It's really great. And how all that, like, they're working so hard to move past the explosions of the atomic bombs dropped on them by America, and the post-war sentiment of, post-war Japan, prior circa World War II, and how they're all learning to come together. Oh my gosh, it's awesome. If you've not had an opportunity to see the movie yet, I highly recommend it. And anyway, guys, comment below. Let me know what you thought of it, and I will catch you guys in the next video.